Welcome everybody to today's MTDCNC podcast, and today we're focused on AMB, who's going to be there and what we are going to be doing when we're there. My name is Lyndsey Vickers and I'm sat with the wonderful Tom Scabala and magnificent Colin Griffiths.
Thank you for that.
Today.
I was going to get very upset.
I know you were, weren't you? I felt the pressure. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about AMB. This is a show that happens every 2 years. It's held at the Messe in Stuttgart. Fast approaching, actually, from Tuesday the 10th to Saturday the 14th of September. Great to see shows and events going on a Saturday. 64,299 people visited this event back in 2022. So this is big. I have never been, but the two gentlemen sitting next to me have.
I was part of that statistic.
Easy for you to say.
And I got there in the end.
Yeah. What do you like about AMB, Tom?
So AMB is like no other show to me, because I've been to a few now. AMB was the first one I went to with MTD, but I've been to a few shows now. And AMB, there's just something about it. There's just a different buzz about it. You have quite a good statistic, and I will get that word. You have quite a good number on people who visit AMB but no other. Okay,
42% of people, this is off the website, only visit this show and no other trade show. So, but why is that?
Now, my opinion, and my opinion only, is that you will see things at AMB, technologies, innovations at AMB you won't see at any other trade show. The only reason I can think of is the others are quite global events. You get people from all over, so people take a whole host of products, where because AMB is quite specific, they take specific things to AMB, which is, you'll see things at AMB that you won't see at any other exhibition, and the thing is, exhibitions come quite thick and fast. There's one every year somewhere. So to see something at one exhibition you haven't seen before is quite remarkable. So I'm going to leave it to you two to say if I was right or wrong, but I think AMB will blow your mind.
Really?
I do.
Oh, this is exciting.
On that note, not as big as EMO, but more German specific, like Mac is UK specific. 2 rows of halls, so a lot of stuff there, because there's, I'm going to put the honest, but how many exhibitors?
1,212.
Can you stop reading my notes, please? Absolutely. So huge show, easy to get around. You can do it in a day.
It is, yeah. So with other shows, you need a couple of days to get round. As much as I remember AMB is, you've got 2 sets of halls on either side, a nice little grassy area in the middle for your coffees and...
Yeah, come on.
And it's right by the airport as well, isn't it?
And it is right by the airport.
Oh, that's perfect. That's so good logistically.
If you're looking at going to an exhibition, this is the one you really need to get to.
Other exhibitions are available, because we are also sending crews to IMTS as well.
Yeah.
Keep them busy.
Okay, so let's talk about a few of those 1,212 exhibitors, and I'm going to start with a company that I know well because I've visited them, and basically MTD, we supply packages to customers, and we tailor the package. So of course, when you're hearing this now, hopefully there's still time for you to get involved, but we tailor a package. So we go onto your stand, we create video content before, during the event, and so then you can capture your product, your launches, that incredible technology that you're saying will be there for months and years to come afterwards, and put it on socials, embed it into your website, however you want to use it. So it pushes that 1 week show further and beyond.
Absolutely. I think that's key to what we do. Is you spend a lot of money in this exhibition and then it's gone. So get to the exhibition. Absolutely, it's great to be hands-on and see and meet the people, see the technology actually in action. But then if you don't get a chance to get it, you can see it on our platforms.
Exactly.
Should we all just swap notes, because you've just took that off mine?
Oh, sorry.
But it's only copying.
But the thing is, why would you go to an exhibition and spend so much money for that to last 1 week? When with a video package, you can make that show last for years to come. Let's be honest, not everybody in the world will visit that event. So, but you want that product to go to everybody in the world, because you want machine shops and companies everywhere to use that product, and that's where we come in, because we can help showcase that to the world. So why would you not do it?
Tom's excited, can you tell?
I cannot wait.
That's because he's getting out of the house for a week. That's what it is.
He's like a kid in a sweet shop. Right, okay, so I want to talk about Spinner, one of the stands that we're going to visit. I, for one, had been to Sauerlach, where it's their headquarters in Germany, so where they produce spinners. And for me, I like to often say, you know, spinners are made on spinner machines. I think that says everything because it just is the proof in the pudding. They have got a few machines on there, so they've got their ever popular microturn grind.
They've got two that I'm not aware of, but two I've had a look at. The microturn grind, absolutely.
Yes.
Blown away by the configuration of the machine. You've reviewed them, but inside 2 spindles.
You can have different configurations as well. So you can have the grinding, which does the ID and the OD of the component. Then you can have the normal microturn that can have a head at the top that moves. You can have it that it's static. You can have automation added onto it. It's probably one of their most popular machines that they have. But what I love, and I'm going to say it also about the TC300, is the fact that, and it's here, it's very, very little travel within the machine when you're going to cut the component. So it's very agile, precise machines, box guideways and linear as well, what they produce. But I think that's the configuration, is how compact it is, how close to the user, the machinist it is, and there's very little travel, so it's very fast.
So you've got, go on, you go.
Well, for production runs, that's perfect, because the less time your tool is in midair, the less money you're making. So if you can keep that tool cutting, even if it's changing tool, but it's only moving a short distance, as soon as you're cutting again, you're making money again.
That's it.
And so for production runs, that is absolutely perfect.
As soon as you see a spinner machine in person, you go, oh, this is different. And then you start learning about the brand, the brothers, actually, I think it was 3, mechanical engineers. They design their machines. And what's interesting, I get all excited about this, is how quick they are to change the configuration up the tree to the top because of how small a company they are. So if they have someone go, oh, like customer feedback, and say, I just need that to be moved, they are evolving their machine so quickly that they're on it as a company. They're ahead of the trend. They are amazing.
Question I'd like to put to you, and I'm going to put you on the spot, and if you don't know the answer, well, first of all, these machines, sub-micron machining, so super accurate, super fast.
Ultra-high precision machines.
Yeah, and the B-roll hopefully will be over the top of us while we're talking. You'll see the configuration, the twin spindle, turret, B-axis, absolutely phenomenal, really is. And then the micron, same footprint, but yeah, absolutely blown away by that. But my question to you is, it's doing let me get this correct, simultaneous machining. Okay. So both spindles at the same time. Can it do superimposed?
Which one, the microturn?
Yep.
I don't know, I think
okay, well I think we're going to need to put that out to guys at Spinner, or put some comments in there and let us know, please, because that always just watching...
blows your mind.
Yeah, absolutely amazing. Really is super.
Oh, and they've got loads of automated solutions, and you actually have Spinner, sorry I get excited, Spinner Automation as a company, but they've also got another headquarters not far from Sauerlach, so it's like another facility as well, and they're under the same brand, so it's their automation solutions are, and they kind of work together. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, so it's the same company under the 2 brands that work together in harmony.
Yes, that's what I mean. Right, okay, next up we've got, let's talk about Lang.
Let's go. So, Lang are work holding. They do systems for everything you need. But the difference about Lang is, obviously, a lot of 5-axis vices now have got the little crocodile teeth. But Lang have took it one step further and actually have a stamping unit now. So you pre-stamp the block. So when you clamp that in your vise, the teeth go inside the material. Okay. So that material is going nowhere. It doesn't matter what you do to it. That material is locked.
How much you need though? Are you going to lose 3 mil, 5
3 mil? So it holds on 3 mil.
That's
which
very
is
small.
It is, but the good thing about Lang is because it's a modular system, so you can get different size vices, 0-point plates, and they all just fit together. And on the big base plate, they actually have the whole configurations for each size vice. So with one plate, you can put all the different size vices on, which for automation, it's perfect as well, because what a lot of companies I've seen doing recently is they'll have that plate on a number of machines. So if that machine goes down, they just lift the vice off, put it on that machine, and carry on as normal.
You are an ex-machinist.
I am, and I've used Lang stuff.
And that's why, and you get very excited when you talk about them. Is it going to change a lot of people's lives?
There is, but obviously 5-axis vices are 5-axis vices, so, and a lot of people are bringing out the same now. But they don't have the stamping unit. Mm-hmm. But then Lang have took it one step further and now have the rail unit. So the rail unit takes, and I want to get this right, which is on this bit of paper. This is maximum freedom for minimum cost.
Okay.
So essentially all you've got now is a rail which you bolt onto your machine in the T-slots.
Yeah.
So no clocking up, it goes straight in, it's perfectly straight, and you just slide your vice on, lock it. You can slide vice after vice after vice on.
You're going to get repeatability, accuracy, rigidity, all those?
Under microns.
Right, okay.
So really quick, really simple to get up and running. And let's be honest, if you're not cutting metal, you're not making money. So the faster you can set that machine up. And I spoke to a guy yesterday who said the biggest reason they use Lang is because of how versatile they are, which I thought was great. Moving on, they are bringing their RoboTrek system. Now, this is brilliant. Plug and play automation. No hydraulics, nothing. All it is in the machine is a little line in a sub-program, and that's all it needs to work. You can program the big robot into the machine, and you can program that robot into 3 different machines and then move it, because the robot doesn't grab the part, it grabs the vice.
Yeah.
So it doesn't need, once you programmed it once, you can run any part through it.
Did you say it can go to 3 machines?
No, you can move it from machine to machine,
okay.
because it's just so easy.
Yep.
I don't think you would want to, because it's quite a big thing, but you can do. So if you don't have a production run of 1,000 parts, it doesn't matter, because you can load any part into these vices. The machine will change program for what part, and because the robot is grabbing the vice, not the part, it doesn't matter. It just loads it in.
If you've got 10, 15, 20 different components, so easy to program.
Yeah, because you're only programming the vice, you're not programming the part.
Right.
So once you've programmed that robot to pick that vice up and put it in that machine, you can put any part in that vice.
So you don't need automation, you don't need big batch runs anymore.
Nope.
One-offs.
One-offs, and that can then make you run lights out where you didn't think you could run lights out before. 2 more things. First one, tombstones. Tombstones for any machine you can make more parts on. So you can have 4 vices on it compared to 1. They do all them with the 0-point fixtures.
How accurate 0-point fixtures?
Microns again.
Okay.
So no setting up, no trying to clock a vice up, put it in, screw it down, done. And then one last thing, which
Come on.
one last thing we do not talk about, and I've never actually mentioned this before, is what is a chip fan?
Oh, it spins. It's
bloke
a tool,
down the kebab
isn't
shop
it?
on Saturday night.
It's a tool that goes in and then it spins and then it removes the.
Right, now I'm going to tell you something here. You will have seen the chip fans that go in the carousel, and then as they spin, they open up.
Yeah.
Lang have the patent for that. They designed it. So, chip fans, people don't use them enough.
No.
But if you're running lights out automation and you want to get your robot gripping that same vice every time, and you don't want things in the way, chip fan is the way forward.
Reassurance with automation.
And they do different sizes. So they do a little micro one and then a big one.
How excited are you? I'm disappointed you didn't get my chip fan gag about the bloke down the kebab shop on Saturday night.
I did, but I just ignored you.
Okay.
All we're going to say is game changing with Lang.
Exactly.
Super excited. You can't wait to get on the stand and do some
do
filming.
you know what? I can't.
You can't wait. Right, next up is my pal.
Oh, I'll get a go now, do I? Thank you very much. So, my pal will obviously be AMB. So, they are, and their phrase is, empower your aluminium machining. They cover a number of different, they're focusing on a number of different industries, let me get this right. So, automotive, as you'd expect, but more EVs as well, because we're more prevalent in the industry.
And obviously,
absolutely,
EV is more aluminium related because weight reduction.
There you go. Aerospace and fluid power technology. I'm reading this so I get it right. Now they have a new patent pending bayonet stipe type connection for replaceable head milling. You'll see it on the screen as I'm talking, but it's nice and easy. Click it in. It's got cooling channels. So cooling channels when you're doing your machining, better surface finish and better tool life, which is what everybody wants. So nice and simple. And then another thing they're doing is, now, I questioned Tom on this beforehand, spot facing tool. Any idea?
No, I know what a spot drill is, I know what a facing tool is, but I don't know what a spot facing tool is.
Okay, so when you're in your airplane and lightning strikes, you don't want to blow up, so you have to have electrical conductivity between components, and this is part of the process. Now, that's all I'm going to tell you, because I think part of what we do is that we know about engineering, absolutely, but we don't know everything. That's why we go to these shows, that's why we do these videos, and same for engineers. They can find out more about all these different things. We're finding out as well. So get to that stand, have a look, and then watch a video in due course. So that's from Rapal. I'm going to put you on the spot.
Oh, God.
I'm
a bit nervous.
I keep putting you on the spot. How many products do they sell? I think you know.
18,000. Is that?
A bit less than that, but it's in the thousands.
You got one number right.
Absolutely.
18? No.
8,000 different products.
8,000.
So,
And that was that's not fair. What I do like about that is when you go to a show is being specific, and if they're focusing on aluminium, so many companies, if you need those solutions, you know where to go now. You know that you can go to the Rapal stand and get your answers. And I think that's really, really strong for them as a brand, definitely.
Absolutely. There you go.
Right then, next up is HWR Spanntechnik.
Oh, so this go
back
again.
to me again.
There we go, Colin.
Okay. Now, I hadn't heard of this company before. Have you?
No, I haven't.
Have you? No. German-based, going 35 years. Now, let me get this right as well. I have been doing my research. So, 0-point systems, absolutely. But these ones have got a higher pulling force. They've got less components, so they are more rigid. And they can go up to 5296 plates. So you can have a big machining area if you want it to. So that's one of their systems, which is the solid point 0-point system. So get yourself there to have a look at that.
Tom, who would need something like that?
If you're doing aerospace parts, that sort of thing, oil and gas, you're looking at companies who are doing, for that size of area, you're looking at customers who are doing big parts, who have got big machines like double column machines, that sort of thing.
Okay.
There you go. Find out more from the guys at we'll call them HWR because that's what, but HWR Spanntechnik. Now they have these solid bolt 0-point systems. So there's a lot of 0-point systems out there now because people are getting into the automation theme.
Yes.
And you want that rigidity, reliability.
And quick changeover.
Exactly.
Because like I said, when your machine's not cutting, you're not making money.
Absolutely. But they have a slightly different solution. So you've got your plate, your bolt, and your riser, but the mechanism is in the riser, so slightly different to usual ones. Makes it more efficient and quicker and more cost effective as a solution. So there you have it on that one. Now this one got Tom going. Tom, if I said to you, I have got a 3-jaw chuck, would you be excited?
No.
If I said
it's
to you,
standard on every machine.
Exactly. If I said to you, I've got a 3-jaw chuck, but I'm going to make it into a 6-jaw chuck.
Yeah, I'm a bit confused on how that works
There
because
you go.
obviously you've got your 3 slots for your 3 jaws. So
Absolutely.
unless you've told me you've made a big mistake
No.
and milled into it and made your 4th or 5th, then I don't know.
I don't think it would be that. Well, I don't know about myself, but no one else would be doing that. A 4 to an 8 as well. But over the top while we're talking, you'll see the video from their website. We're going to do a review of that. They also have the InfoFlex 4-jaw compensating chuck. Easy for me to say. Power chucks, manual chucks, and holding components that are round, square, irregular shape. So a lot of work holding solutions there.
I think it's exciting as well for us personally to learn about new brands and the technology that they've got, because for me it kind of empowers us it makes our content stronger, and that therefore for engineers watching, they're learning more and they've got more power. You know, if you're watching our content, learning more like we are, you've got more power, buying power really, because you're more informed and educated. I've got some nods.
So I was having a quick drink
Okay.
there. But that's HWR from me. So next one.
Blum.
So
Blum.
I'm not sure. It's spelled BLUM.
Yeah.
So I'm saying Blum, but I'm not sure. If I've got that wrong, I do really apologise. But Blum, if you've been living under a rock, you might not know who Blum is.
Everywhere.
But they are everywhere, Blum. We know them for probing, tool measurement. We know them for that. But being on their website, I want to focus on 2 areas I didn't actually know about. One is called Form Control X, and the other one is called LV Vision. So, Form Control X is measuring and automation software for your CNC machining tool. So obviously this can be retrofitted. A lot of new machines now come with probing, but if you want to add it on later, so if you retrofit automation, that sort of thing. So it's a user-friendly, I don't think it's that user-friendly for you to use it, but automation software for CNC machines.
That's not acceptable.
What I like about this software though is it's PC-based, so it's easy to learn. So if you work in an office on a computer, you should be able to pick this up pretty quickly. And also, one other thing is, you can actually look at all the measurements of all the tools past and the ones you've made on a web browser. So it's quite cost effective. Instead of you having to buy licenses for 3, 4, 5, 6 machines, you can buy it for one, and then if the guy in the office wants to know if you've set that right or set that wrong, because let's be honest, we've all set a tool wrong at some point.
Some more than others.
We'll not go down that road today. That's a story for another day. The people in the office can see that. So it just helps everybody out. And there's one thing that it does, which I'm not really sure how, and I want to go and learn about it can align a workpiece automatically. So when you're there with your little DTI clock and you're knocking it in with your little hammer, and again, we'll not talk about that.
But that's key to what we were saying earlier. We don't know everything in the engineering market. That's why you're going to find out.
If you've got big parts, little parts that aren't going in a vise that's already clocked up on your table, and you've got to manually clock it up, if that does it automatically, that's going to save you so much time. So yes, I want to know more about it. Also, it gives you a warning system for if something's gone wrong, or it's actually got intervention limits. Again, not 100% sure what this does, but looking at it, if something's going wrong with the machine can alter itself slightly to try and get it to work. But again, I don't know. I will go and find out. LV Vision software is the next one. Now, this software gives you an overview of all the measurements performed by any Blum product you have in your shop floor. So if you've got 5, 10, 15, 20 machines, and that's measuring on them, and that Blum software is measuring on the machine, that all comes back to one central database.
Yeah.
So again, if something's gone wrong on a machine, you can look back and go, well, actually, you didn't set that right, whatever. Sorry to any machinist that calls out. It's also got and I'll get this word right, visualization of tool wear. So it will keep checking your tool as it wears and wears and wears. So then when you put your next tool in, the software will go, well, wait a minute, you did 50 parts with the last one and then it broke. So this time, do 45 and change it. So then you don't scrap a part.
A lot of this is preventative.
It's a lot of preventative. It's great.
Preventative.
I know, preventative.
Honestly. But no, it's all there to keep your machine running and to help you not scrap a part by a tool being in there too long, chips a corner, snaps, goes through the side of the workpiece. They also
keep that spindle turning overnight as well.
Exactly. Yeah. So also, like you said, lights out machine. If you're not there and one tool breaks and you don't have any measures in place, the next tool comes in, breaks that. The next tool comes in, breaks that. You come back in the morning, and if that first tool out of 20 is broken, it's took all the rest out, and you're like, great. So it's preventative, which is a great way of saying it, is to keep that machine running when you're not there. Perfect.
Okay, that's just a few of the customers that we've got who are exhibiting and we're creating content for, but there will be so many more on the next few podcasts. So I guess just listening to our podcast gives you a little bit of an insight as to where to go when you arrive, because these shows, they are big. And if you have some of these problems and issues within your shop, then hopefully we've been helpful in directing you and making the most of your time at the event. Anything else more to add, Tom? More other than the fact that you're exceptionally excited about going to the event?
I am, and I can't wait to speak to anyone who goes and also learn about new technologies on the show that I don't know about, because I always like to know everything.
Yeah. And yourself, Colin?
Just excited about learning more about engineering, especially the superimposed machining question that we posed earlier.
Yeah, sorry about that. I didn't
No,
know the answer,
not at all. But
yeah.
things like that, they're absolutely, it's just amazing. It's poetry in motion, it really is. I want to find out.
Yeah, but the
more
question
about
is, would you like to program it?
that.
No, absolutely
No, not even going to hesitate. No.
Yeah, no. Right, thank you everyone for listening. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Colin. And I look forward to the next few podcasts with yourselves.